Fireside Chronicles. Just out here sitting by the fire, enjoying a beautiful evening, the sound of the peepers in the background. It reminds me of Cowboys. Way back when, I think I had a former life. I had a strong feeling that I was meant to be born, or I was born, back in the 1800s. I have a strong sense of connection. Don't know how to explain it, really. I'm an old soul, I guess is a good way to put it. If that makes sense. Maybe it was just the way I was raised, perhaps. Perhaps I was just raised old school, old fashioned. Could be. But one thing I can say is it reminds me of Cowboys. That's what this reminds me of. Sitting by a campfire, playing a guitar, singing some songs, you know. It's nice, peaceful. All he needs is a can of beans. Yeah, and some friends. That would help. Just me here all alone by the campfire. You know what's funny? Sitting here thinking, I don't know if anybody's listening to this, if anybody's interested in this. That's fine, man. This is kind of a sort of therapy for me anyway. Get out and kind of start to get back to thinking a little bit, you know. Think back to where you came from. That's the key, is grounded, being grounded. Keeping yourself grounded. That's real important. That's a really important part of life. Keeps you sane, man. Absolutely keeps you sane. And it keeps you on course, so you know which direction you're going on. You always come back to base zero. Back to ground. Back to your roots. When you get back to your roots, you remember that you've got to keep things simple. Because, man, this day and age, life is complicated, man. It's tough. It really is. You can get caught up, swept up, chewed up, and spit out so fast. Nasty. And it's sad because a lot of people want to save the world. And they're aware of what's going on around them. And that's good. I mean, you gotta be aware of what's going on around you. I mean, you gotta be aware of what life's all about and how it really is. It's a cruel world. It really is. But a lot of people like to stick their head in the sand and they like to ignore it and pretend that life's peachy, and unfortunately that'll kill you, man. In the end, life's simple. I mean, you're going along unaware of anything, and that's what they want. That's what they want, ultimately. A robot. A little zombie robot. But the more you know about this world, and the more you pull your head out of the sand and look around and see what's really going on around you, it's important to know that, especially when you're raising kids, because your kids have to be aware of that. Absolutely. They don't have to be aware of everything that goes on around them, but you've got to be aware of it to protect them and give them the skills they need to protect themselves as they grow. I mean, it should be mandatory teaching in school, of course. Then we wouldn't have our robots. Centuries, man. This has been going on for centuries, and it's never going to end. So the best you can do is teach your kids. The song goes, teach your children well. That's all you can do. And have hope for a future. That's what it's all about. And you can make it happen. You just got to take care of yourself, and take care of your family, and teach them right. And That's all you can do. That's all you can do with life. But it's funny because it got me thinking. Cowboy, sitting by the fire here, thinking about George Bush. George Bush, the cowboy, the ultimate cowboy. Yes. I remember a few years back they came up with that movie. I can't remember the name of it now, but you got the American on the Mustang, and he went into Arab land, and he raced the horses of Arabia. Oh man, that was like something out of Hollywood, man. Like, is it just me, or was that like really messed up a time for that movie to come out? I mean, that's crazy. American Mustang rolls on into Arabia. George Bush invades Iraq. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. When I first saw that movie come out, man, I was like, what the... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but that was messed up. That was really messed up. Anyway, I don't even know what to say about that. That's crazy. But anyway, it gets me back to my point. Brings me round to my point, I should say. Spy versus Spy. I don't know if you remember Spy versus Spy. You had the white spy, and you had the black spy. Okay. Go back to cowboy days. All the good cowboys, man, they all had white hats. They all had white hats. All the bad cowboys all had black hats. So we had our good and our bad, the white and the black. So that was set up from day one to cowboy times. All the Hollywood movies and Tonto. And then you had Spy versus Spy, the white spy versus the black spy. And that's real funny because I was a kid reading the comics, and I always went for the white spy, man. I always thought the white spy's gotta win. The black spy always gets him. When the white spy got the black spy, it was like, yeah, right on. Right on. Way to go, white spy. You got him, man. Good for you. Good for you. And then the older I got, I looked back and I thought about it. And I thought, the white spy is supposed to be the good spy. The cowboys wear the white hats. The black spy is supposed to be the black spy. The bad spy. And the bad cowboys wore black hats. But when you look at Spy versus Spy, you gotta stop and think. They were both trying to kill each other, man. So really,